Bom dia, pirates! Arr. Yes, we are going to look at some of them chats, some of them pirate Bitcoin chats. But first, we're going to look at that pirate USD chat. What do we see here? Wow, lots of lines, lots of colors. Let's clean this up a little bit and talk about what do we have going on here. Firstly, I'm Giuliano. Well, I guess this would be secondly. And it's the 1st of May. Wow, Saturday, the 1st of May, 2021. And look where we are. And Bitcoin has pushed up to the 56, 57, 58 region. And Pirate Chain has risen above that water level, the 20 period moving average, and has settled above it now, waiting for some relief, and that will take probably some time. These colors here are, let me explain them. Okay, what do we have here? We have this 4-hour line chart of our USDT, okay, using the Equinox exchange information. So this red line here is the long trend line from when we broke out originally at the beginning of April. It's a rough trend line, okay? You see that? And it's based on the bar graph more than the line graph, okay? And we haven't even broken that yet. Okay, interesting. On the down move here, let me just change it to the candles, I should say, not bars. On the downtrend line here, we have broken it. So that's an interesting movement now, okay? So we see something has shifted. We don't know what, we don't know where we're going necessarily, but we have a better idea now of this correction. Most likely, because look here, okay, firstly, we reached up to a point of $17. Okay, this is now going to be more about structure and shape and ideas that can form. And now what happened here, it looks like, is we took a zigzag pattern to correct. At least for the first movement of the correction. And we reached down here to that original biggest support zone since the run up. We ran up, we really ran, we climbed super fast. And then we retraced. The good thing is we found a nice support here at the $5 level, the 1 billion market cap level. These are psychological things to think about. And we had this little bit of a technical possibility here towards the left that could support us here. But really now, point being is just because we bounced up and just because we're above the 20, doesn't mean we're staying there. We have this, oops. We have this cloud here. See it? Ichimoku cloud. And it's, okay, remember we're on the 4-hour, so this is not a lot of time. This is not a big time significance compared to, let's say, a daily or even a weekly. Now, but it does matter, right? They all matter on their own time frame. So what we're seeing here is a possibility that, so we went one way, we're going to go the other way. How far the other way? Well, we went past the 20, so who's to say we can't make it at least to the cloud, right? Which would be around the $9 level. So if you want to start laddering out and you're imagining you're going to play this like you want to play trading games, we could say we were buying here, okay, fine, and we want to start laddering out around the 9. In fact, I drew this triangle arbitrarily, but now that we have some rounding here, we can actually look at this most recent high to this most recent lower high and start to create some information in terms of lines, okay? Now, are we gonna break through? I'm thinking yes. So I do believe this triangle will change, but it might not. We might squeeze here and then go through it later. That might be the play. Maybe around the 2nd of May, which would be tomorrow. See this, we'll take a look at a different chart, but you get the idea here. A 4-hour candles, you need 6 of them, and that's just a, so here we are here at the 2nd of May. So yeah, we might even just follow this down and then move up above it. And that would be nice if we can make it to the cloud around here. because, hey, that tells me we can pierce this cloud more easily than we could pierce it here if we were reaching it up here. You see how it thins out? That provides weakness. It even flips here, but it flips red. So I also need to look a little bit more in terms of the meaning of when it flips red and green, but I think that's more of like a trend related thing because of, you know, how long what direction you're going and how long you've spent below a certain region. And then these moving averages flip. See the green one above and the red one below, they flip just like other moving averages that flip, but they encapsulate some data that also creates these wider dynamic support and resistance areas. One thought I'm thinking here then, so we had a zigzag down, why can't we have a zigzag up? Because now, if we had a zigzag down, then according to some theories, we won't be seeing a bigger zigzag down, because a zigzag starts with a 5-way move. Therefore, this would just be a 3. We would need the full zigzag in order to 3 up and then 5 more down. So I don't think that's where we're going with this. Now we have the zigzag. We want to combine another correction. I mean, look, we're still above this overall trend line, so we could still be in this trend. We could still be rising higher. Okay, this is a USDT chart against Pirate Chain. So that has, if Bitcoin rockets, then we could just be dragged right up with it. This has nothing to do potentially with the R BTC chart. You can start to notice the divergence already, 16% up with the R BTC, 22%. And when this was in the 30s and the 40s, there started to be noticing a bit of divergence even more. So just check now that thought that maybe these two charts will start to diverge. So you start to play which one you think is best for you to play. Let's say you're having income in dollars and you want to put it into Pirate over time, then you want to be paying attention and finding out where some good buy zones, right? This might have been the place to sell. We already made the 850 level. Like, we might have made our way up. We might have reached, but it doesn't look like it. Impulse wise, it's like one up here, down here, and maybe one more up in terms of a zigzag pattern up. So that's what I was getting at, is this potential for, and let's go this color, a potential for this kind of zigzag. Now that we've found this, then it's most likely we're getting this. And then maybe that would be nice. And now the length of the tail here, I'm not sure how, the C wave, I'm not sure how exactly what that would be, but that was just more conceptual. That's one possibility. And that would allow us to have more of a flat, what's called a flat correction. So we're going to, because here's the idea, I'm not caring as much what's the small structure going to be. It's going to be, what is it, when it combines with this bigger one, what does it become overall as a correction? What are we moving into? And so a flat correction is generally, as far as I understand it, roughly 61% from, 81% and above. If it's, well, yeah, 81% is like is the mark for a flat. And if it's, I believe, between 61 and 81, it's weak. There are weak, strong, and normal, and 81 to 100 is normal. So yeah, 61 to 81 is weak in terms of a retracement. Now, we could also measure it from where it first came down, in which case we did retrace to that 61%. So if we hide the Bollinger, hide the Ichimoku, hide the moving averages, and just take a look here. What we've done here is from that roughly high here, so the most recent shorter impulse, we have retraced about 61%. So within the shorter impulse, maybe we are again making some form of a zigzag, or let's see what's happening. And then if we can reach the, yeah, this, see the fractal nature of things, you can really start going in. And I'm not really an expert in any way. None of this is advice. So do your own research and learn along with me. But I do seem to have some ideas that are playing out well enough. Now, the one thing that I also want to consider is, yes, so we're thinking if it's going to be a flat, then we want to be reaching, let's put a horizontal line as our marker so we don't have to keep doing this, okay? We want to be reaching this 15, let's call it 15,000. Oops, sorry, I'm not in Satoshi's, and that's a 12.149. So we'll call that $12 region, 1222, 12, whatever. Okay, so at that level, once we're at that level, we're definitely talking more of a flat correction, which would be thinking now more horizontal lines and working in between them. So thinking about coming back to this 5 level is not unheard of. And even if that's the C wave of the flat, because what we're working with now is a B wave, we're trying to find out, and I'm calling it a flat, but we don't know, flat, triangle, what's the other things that it could be? Squiggle, no, I'm kidding. Not a squiggle, that's not one of them. So triangles, flats, oh yeah, and then the overall zigzag. This doesn't look like it's going to be an overall zigzag, but what do I know? We'll find out. I'm looking for a flat. That would be really nice, really strong. A flat would be really strong, but we are looking potentially also for a triangle to play out. And then maybe just overall, it's just a complex correction that involves I was about to point with my fingers again, originally a zigzag, and then next maybe whatever next shape we're doing, and maybe it overall becomes a flat, and then maybe even that connects with something else, or maybe that's enough to take us out. Maybe it doesn't become a flat, maybe again it just becomes overall a triangle, or maybe it's again just two connected pieces that are complex and maybe connected by an intermediate wave between them, and then we're off to the races for the next one, I believe. Now this is a 4-hour chart. We'll quickly move over to other time frames. We see here it rounding back up, so I imagine a bit more on the positive side. I don't know if we're going to round down so quickly and stay negative longer. Let's find out what happens. 4 hours. You saw the beauty was, I mean, I don't know how happy you are right now, but I'm pretty thrilled. The way that the bounce happened. I mean, I made that video yesterday, and it was definitely at a turning point. I wasn't sure if that turning point was going to be just a spin around 360 and keep moving down, or if it was going to be a 180 and move up. Obviously, it turned out into a 180 here, and that was very exciting because between 1, 2, 3, 12 hours here, we were pumped back up and feeling good. So, and then on a local level here, actually based on this green upper line diagonal down and this red 236 line, we're forming a little triangle here. So I'm imagining, let's go higher here. That'll be fun. Oh, I'm really having a good time, Pirates. I hope you're having a good time too. Anybody else watching Komodo ecosystem, share this. Oh, I've been saying like the video and more people are liking it. I mean, I had half as many views on the recent video of Blood in the Sea. But I had twice as, or almost nearly as many likes as the previous video, which had twice as many views. Anyway, my long way of saying like this video and comment if you like, share this for sure. Yeah, I hope you're getting some value out of it. So we are starting to get a bigger idea of what's happening here. Let's follow this for the next little while. Keep your eyes out. Obviously, do the things that make you happy. Maybe play in your garden, or maybe go hang out in the streets or whatever, you know, not with the cars. Don't be like that. I mean, you can be if you're really that kind of a daredevil. Like if you're trading cryptos like this, maybe you are a daredevil like that, you know. But no, definitely keep yourself healthy, wealthy, wise, and pay attention to these charts. They're fun to look at. If you like looking at them the way I do, then give yourself a round of applause and stick around. You're going to have some fun over this next number of years. Trust, I believe it now more than ever. This is a great time to be learning some of these skills. You can tell a lot of public is trying to get in and learn about this kind of stuff. And maybe you're one of the new public that's getting in. And so stick around, learn a few things, do your own learning. I mean, this is a self-sovereign type of atmosphere in the whole space, the crypto space, the cryptoverse, and I mean, there we go. So here too, it's like learn for yourself, right? But also find resources and people that can help you learn better. All right. And then share what you've learned. That's an important part of the whole process for everyone, for the for all of us together collectively. Let's enjoy this ride. Now, I think I don't have anything else to say. I don't know if we're gonna get the, where's the horizontal line that I left there? Anyway, we'll put it back another time. So that was around the $12 level. We remember it, okay? That could be the level which determines, yeah, well, 61.8. If we're breaking the 61.8, then we're definitely talking about some sort of a flat, probably. So 61.8 is here at the roughly $10 level, 10.50. I'm going to say, in my opinion, if you're looking to, especially if you got down here at 5, I mean, if you get up to the $9, $10 level, maybe you sell a half, maybe you sell a third, maybe you sell a quarter. Maybe I like the dynamic laddering that I've learned from Benjamin Cohen, where well, go learn it from him. It's everything, your whole pot, your whole stash that you're trading, it equals 10, or however you want to do it. So you equal 10, and then you divide it up, and then you can get rid of the smaller batches lower and bigger batches higher. Maybe you get rid of 1x here, then 2x, 3x, 4x, and then you're out. Anyway, but you maybe always keep your little moon bag. I don't know, it depends. Also, don't fall in love with anything, you know, just I don't know, too much advice from me. Stop taking my advice. All right, and I'll stop giving it. Okay, we're moving on. Geez, this became such a ramble. I must be happy that you're here watching and listening to me talk about this chart, which I'm having fun looking at and I'm having fun trying to think about. And this is the daily. So on the daily, we are still, in terms of RSI, still not even touching that red uptrend line. So we definitely have a ways to go. Even if we get down there, we could see ourselves making it. Let's go wherever we want to go on the RSI. That's where we're going to go, because ultimately, though, the trend is going to dictate that, you know, we could go up or we could go down. However, MACD is painting a bit different story here. Unless we're just going absolutely gargantuan with another move up, then we've got to spend a bit of time coming down. We don't have to, with the MACD signal lines, we don't have to come touch all the way down. But with the histogram, we do have to have some sort of divergence and rebalancing of the price, which this is a lagging indicator, and that's what it shows. It'll show the price eventually rebalancing and finding a nice level where the average is and other factors can play out. Okay, so this is on the daily. Wow, you can see how strong that trend was, how strong that impulse was. The trend is still not broken, and we still have the potential to come back down to $4, because even if we do a flat by coming up 81% to this roughly $12 area, which I think we're gonna, we played with the 1.5 billion. I think we're gonna hit the 2 billion and then retrace. That's my thinking. So wherever the 2 billion cap is, because it depends what Bitcoin does, but around the 2 billion cap, look for a potential move, rebound back towards the lower, the number go down side of things. Okay, that's a potential. And what else is so the 5 is definitely a potential still. So that's why the idea of getting rid of some at the, even at the 8, 9, 10 level comes back to 5. It's a great pickup. If I mean, yeah, you know, that's part of the game. Everybody does it themselves the way that they think is best. And you know, one person, this reminds me of Mark Douglas. One person to think of is Mark Douglas. I think if you haven't before listened to Mark Douglas, definitely listen to Mark Douglas before you listen to me again. Listen to Mark Douglas, amazing, amazing guy, and amazing information that he shared with the world. Look at this daily candle. Oh, mama. This thing is a beast. This is a nice reversal, bullish candle engulfing, you might even say, this previous red candle. Ha! And look at it, it's tippy-toeing here between the $5 level and the 550 level. So nice, a nice 10% tippy toe, I think. And it just closed so strong, no wick at the top. I mean, this is the CoinEx exchange, but nevertheless, look at that. When's the last time you had no wick at the top of your candle? Wow. Unless there's some information that's missing, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And now we have a bit of a pause candle on the daily. Again, we're barely started today. So by the end of it, we could be up here. Yeah. So be careful with that too. You know, fast down, fast up, fast down. Okay. Be careful out there. All right. The seas are still choppy and they will eat you alive. All right. Awesome. Okay. So that's that for the ARRR USDT. And before we get out of here, let's just quickly ARRR BTC. Same idea is in play, but it might take a slightly different shape. It might take a slightly different shape. We had a nice bounce again off the 20-day. And now probably we're going to meet it again, but at a higher level. We need to definitely retest it and make sure, but it's rising nice and quick, but it will soon flatten out, but it will be higher than when we first tested it. If we can hold that on the daily level, that is awesome. That is awesome. So definitely volatility against the BTC pair. There's going to be volatility, even, and the USD pair will have its volatility as well because of it. Nothing wrong with that, but what are we seeing here? This one, yeah, we're not sure. Again, a strong candle. However, we did play below for a little bit during that day. Huh? So we will see. We have to wait. We have to wait. You know, maybe you made some pickups here in the last couple of days, and now you just got to wait. You set some stop loss if that's where you're playing, you know, on an exchange. Then you set your stop loss. If you're paper trading, you set your stop loss and you honor it. If it does go below that, then you have to honor that. And yeah, I don't have much else to say. You know, the bands here on the 1 day, they still need to come squeeze together. So we are definitely expecting sideways, okay? These bands need to have some time to come together so we can then push up again beyond them, all right? And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. So we imagine we're gonna come back up here, probably. Where is this, 1650 level in the Satoshis? 1650, 1700 level in the Satoshis, and then likely come back down. I won't be surprised if we form some sort of triangle overall. We have like 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, and then 3 down, and then we're out of there. But you never know. It can be helpful to look at previous charting of other altcoins just to see the shape they make. I guess what I'm starting to understand now of the market psychology is just such impulsive behavior. And because it's so impulsive, then it has to come back down very strongly before it can find, some sort of balance, right? Yep. Because then everybody goes away, they don't look anymore, or if they do look, it's just been so thrashed about previously that it just needs time to chill. Oh, psychology. All right. Stay safe out there, yeah? I think we're ending here. Good luck. Enjoy your Bitcoin, enjoy your altcoin, enjoy your outdoors, enjoy your indoors. Take care, friends. We're going to end it here. Bye-bye.